Okay. I think we're. Oh, my goodness. Let me just turn this off. Okay, we are live.
Technology.
Look at us.
Hello.
Welcome, Sarah. Hello. I cannot believe that here I am in California, 7 o'clock in the evening on a Friday evening, and you are all the way in Australia.
On the Mornington Peninsula in Victoria, Australia. A long, long way away, sweetie.
Oh my gosh, isn't this incredible that what technology can do, right?
When it works, it works. That's true.
Oh. Okay, so let's see if we can get some confirmation. Anybody watching, anybody here, can you give us a thumbs up? Give us some confirmation that you can hear us, you can see us. We'd love to get a little bit of feedback. Okay, looks like we have 8 viewers already here. Yes, okay, good. All right, we got a confirmation. Awesome. Well, Sarah, I am so excited to be here tonight with you and you there. When we were connecting through social media and you mentioned, we should do a live. Everything starts with a concept and an idea. And here we are. We're doing it.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, it's wonderful, sweetie. And I think, this is what's so great about social media when it works. And as I've experienced on Instagram and here on YouTube, in all honesty, I've actually made some lifelong friendships, people that are very dear to me and very important to me that I've never met. So, it's very special that you and I have connected, and I'm so thrilled that we're here together. So, yeah.
Yeah, so lovely. Okay, so we've got somebody here. We've got Vivian from South Australia. Hello, lovelies. So cute.
That's my beautiful Viv. Hi, Viv, sweetie. Thank you.
Very nice. And then we've got, let's see how I do this here. Okay, we've got some hugs coming our way. And NorCal Gardner, hello. She's in the Tri-Valleys area. NorCal Garden Gal. I need to get your first name. I just know your handle, but I comment and see your videos, but I don't know your first name. And maybe you don't want to, and that's fine too. We've got Beth from Tennessee.
That's my beautiful Beth. Beth, sweetie, mwah, kisses. I mean, Beth was one of the very first people who commented on my YouTube videos because, of course, I'm really only a small channel and I've only been on for, a year and I've only done 6 videos. But Beth from day one has been so sweet and so kind. So it's lovely, Beth. Thank you for that.
That is beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we've got, I think I clicked the wrong one. Oh, Kelly. Oh, that's right. You know what? I did know that. Yes. Thank you, Kelly.
We love that.
Kelly. Yes. I just know there's a NorCal Garden Gal. Okay, Sarah's channel is my favorite on YouTube, but it's also glad to meet you, Diane. I love you. Oh, she says she loves you, Sarah. That's cute.
Look,
Nurse
Riley. What I love about this is just literally women. Women are great. I love women. I love men too, but I love women more. So I think because we just are so open and we put it all, I certainly do, I'm an open book, wear my heart on my sleeve, everybody knows I'm a big Suki Lala, and I love that we can just be really sweet with each other and just open our hearts to each other, because I think, that's how we help ourselves and how we connect and help each other, right?
Absolutely. Okay, we've got Janine from Sacramento. Hello, Janine. And Nurse Riley, I wish I could hug you through the computer. That's so cute. I got this. Okay. Oh, and Liz from Garden Happy. Hello, ladies. You both look beautiful. Thank you, Liz. So glad you're here.
Hey, Liz, Garden Happy. What a great name. I love that.
Yes. Oh, and her garden is definitely happy. She's got like a ton of doors and they're all painted, all fun and different colors. Yeah, you'll have to check her out. Super
I'm
fun.
writing down. Yes.
Yes, yes. Grab the
New
pencil and
sounds. Yes,
start taking
garden
notes.
making.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Okay, so Sarah, I don't even remember like how we got connected, whether I found your channel or you found mine. I just know that it feels like it's been from the beginning. And I just love your sense of style, your personality, your garden,
Mm,
all the fun colors. I think that there was a video where you did a home tour and I got to see the inside of your
mm,
home and
mm.
just like so much color and just fun and all very stylish. And I was just like,
Oh,
this woman's got class. And so I knew that. And then somehow, I don't know, it's like we started connecting
mm,
and then we
mm.
learned that okay, we both came to gardening, through
Yeah.
some hardships, right? Um,
Yes.
so
Yes.
I don't know if you'd like to go ahead and kind of just introduce yourself and kind of give a little background of Sarah the gardener and how it all
Well,
started.
I can tell you the moment I found you, which was, and I think, obviously the algorithm brought us together. There you go.
There we go.
Because,
There we go.
yeah, because it's lovely that we get to find each other. And I remember seeing your first video that I saw, and it was in summer, and you had, oh no, I think you were setting up the garden and your outdoor spaces for spring. And I clocked it, all that fabulous black and white striped soft furnishings, which
Oh,
I love because my background is as a fashion stylist. And so I approach gardening from that perspective of my fashion styling career. I actually started the fashion, personal shopping, wardrobe shopping, fashion styling in Australia back in 1990 at one of our big department stores. And I was the gal that kind of started that. And of course, it's a huge industry now all over the world. But
mhm.
it came out of, obviously the big stores over there, the Nordstrom, Saks, Neiman Marcus had been doing it. And then our big department stores adopted it. And I was the gal that was put into that job. And so to me, when I do my house, when I do my garden, it's always coming from that very, the feminine aesthetic that I have. And, I love sort of everything pretty and everything pink and, just chic and elegant because I find that beauty, if I'm looking at something, I've got my lovely roses here, my spirit is immediately uplifted by great beauty that I see around me, which doesn't have to be fancy or about money. Not at all. I'm the queen of cheap, chic, simple, but it makes me happy just to see beautiful colors, pretty fabrics, lovely things, yeah. So, and
Mhm.
I'll just say for people who have never come across me, in actual fact, I put all of my stories, Diane, into one of my videos called From Fashion to Flowers. And it literally is my story of the last 30 years from fashion days, industry days that I had. I used to be on television, Good Morning Australia, presenting, all that kind of thing, to then when I went out to the country and I had hence Country Style and Life. And I started a flower farm back in 2017. So that story is all there for people's viewing pleasure.
Yes, yes. And that farm in that video, I watched that video. And you know what's funny, Sarah? And I'll be honest, when I see your videos pop up, I'm like, oh, it's an hour. I don't know if I've got an hour.
Mm.
And I'll just start it. And all of a sudden, the hour went by so fast. And it's because you're telling your story, you're sharing your stuff from the heart. And I just feel like I'm actually there.
Mm.
So when you were showing your farm and all those pretty flowers and all that stuff, just beautiful. And then can we talk
Oh.
about your tablescapes? Like just even your tablecloths, just all such stylish and just beautiful. So beautiful.
Oh.
Well, everybody look behind her. Look at all the beautiful dishes she's got behind her. Yeah. Yeah, no.
Anyone who follows me knows that I actually need to be put somewhere in a cupboard and told to stop buying dishes. In fact,
Oh,
I'm actually on a shopping moratorium. Nothing.
Oh,
nothing, because I've got enough to open my own homeware store. But just on that point, thank you for saying that, which I really value and appreciate that feedback, because when I started, I knew straight away that I wanted to do that long form video rather
mhm.
than, little 20-minute, whatever it was. And uh, because to me, I'm creating something that I do want to sit down and watch in lieu of watching television. Television, free to air television in this country, and I don't know about you guys, and the streaming services, I'm not interested in what they're offering. I don't want to watch I'm a murderer and I'm a vampire and I'm unattractive. Like,
Oh, I
do you
think
know
you're
what I mean? Like, I think the content that we're being offered as a society is garbage. So my whole thing was, I'm going to create what I want to watch. Yeah.
mm, yep, yep. I
And I
kind of
figured other women would want to watch it too. So I'm
yeah,
grateful
yeah.
for that.
That brings up a good point because if you follow any of the YouTube guidelines, they talk about niches, right? And staying in your niche. And so when I
Mm,
started doing like garden to tables and bringing some recipes in and stuff, those videos
yeah.
don't do as well. But you know what? I'm enjoying making them, and I love seeing it on other people. So it's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're watching stuff that we would enjoy, and
And I
others will
think
follow.
in our age and stage of life too, Diane, and I'm sure, all the women, here with us would agree. Are you kidding? Like, mate, you do you, doll. I'm not impressing anyone. I'm not here for anyone. I'm not
Yeah,
wanting to be anything or earn money or you.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here being me, and the ups and downs of my life are well and truly documented. I mean, all the Instagram
Mhm.
girls know me well.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
and so I think it's that thing of come from your heart in a really genuine way, and people receive that. They like as we
Absolutely.
have with each other.
Mhm, mhm, absolutely. Okay, so we have a comment here that says, this is from Nurse Riley. I'm 57 years old and all the kids are grown. I really treasure spending time with the ladies like you two. I find myself feeling a bit sad as I get older, and it's wonderful to have uplifting
Mm,
content. That's so
yeah.
true. I mentioned this in one of my videos. The world can be dark and there could be just so much sadness, but there's also so many beautiful things and flowers and colors, and so,
Mm.
yes, we need to get that out as much as possible, as much as possible.
Do you know,
Okay,
I went to the GP yesterday because I had been feeling really down and very, very tired, like really just tired, even though, I'm eating an anti-inflammatory diet at the moment, not drinking any champs or any of that, which of course, I do love to do every now and again, but just really, really trying to, and I have lots of girls over, so, there's always a bottle of rosé going.
oh, yes, yes, for sure. I love all your little dinner parties that you do and your lunches. I'm like, "Oh, how fun it is to be your friend there and be able to enjoy all that."
Yeah, and I really share my life with, my friends and my children, but I think just to that that comment, I think as women, just we, the dips, the emotional dips, they come to us. They're hormonal, they're life circumstances. Things happen. One day we're up, the next day we're down. I think the most important thing that we can do, and the doctor was like, oh, well, do you want to, what about this and what about that? And I said, I'll get some blood tests done. I know I'm all fine, but I just wanted it on the record that that's how I was feeling, a bit tired, a bit unusually tired. But I thought to myself, I came home and I was like, you know what, Sarah, pick some roses, have a cup of tea in your pretty teacup. Go and
Mm,
sit in your fluffy bed with your fluffy pillows and your pretty you know what I mean? There
yeah,
are small things that we can do that just help
absolutely.
us along. Yeah. But
Absolutely. Yes. And so we're enjoying some tea. And it's funny because I grabbed a big old mug and look how pretty and fancy hers is. I was like, I've got my tea. Here we go.
I have a big mug when I'm in the garden, Diane. Great big coffee mug. Yep. So
Get that. Yes, yes. So let's find out. Is anybody else? What are you guys all enjoying? I know that I've got my tea here. I don't know what flavor this is. Oh, lemon and ginger. But it
Nice.
is so. Let's bring up the obvious. So here in California, it's fall. I've got my
Mm,
sweater on. We've got some pumpkins, and the fall leaves,
love it.
are turning. Um, it's just a beautiful fall. It's like 64 degrees out here. It is lovely out in my backyard right now. Um, but yeah, definitely all fall things, pumpkin spice and everything
Love it.
nice. And you there in Australia, a whole different.
Well, we're spring. We're in the last. So what are we? Nearly early November. So we're in the last few weeks of spring. So summer hits on December the 1st. So of course we go into Christmas with going to the beach and having barbecue. I know it's completely the opposite. I know it's hard
Yeah.
to wrap your heads around it, but I love the way you guys really embrace, fall, which we call autumn, and you do the cooking for it and the spices and the pumpkins, and we
Mhm.
don't tend to make that's not really a thing that we do here. So I love watching you girls with all your cinnamon
Oh,
and your coffee pumpkin pies and everything. I think it's great.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm, we're look, roses from the garden, and but today it's cold, and this is typical Melbourne weather, which is it's cold, it's wet out there, it's raining. And that's why I got a turtleneck on. So
Yeah. Your
yeah,
spring showers. You got your spring
yeah,
showers.
that's it.
Yeah. That's lovely. That's lovely. Okay, so oops. I got to So
So
Liz
can
from
you
Garden
tell who's here?
So only if they comment. And so
Oh,
if people comment, then we know. So we've got Liz from Garden Happy that says, "Smell the roses and eat the cheesecake." That's right. Life is short.
that's it.
Enjoy it.
Love
Ooh,
it.
Vivian is having champagne bubbles. Well, cheers to you, girlfriend. There we go.
Good for you, Viv. Enjoy, sweetie.
And Mama Bear is having peppermint coffee. And that does not surprise me because Mama Bear is a big fan of Christmas. Like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. So,
Fantastic.
yes.
Peppermint coffee, I've never heard of that.
Are
What
you
is that?
serious?
Never,
Peppermint
never.
coffee? Like a
No,
peppermint mocha?
no. Maybe that.
No.
Oh, is
Oh,
that maybe? I mean, yeah, that's kind of a Starbucks type thing. Am I?
yes. There's a
Yeah.
peppermint mocha at Starbucks. Yes. So
Mhm,
there's,
mhm.
the coffee and you add some peppermint to it. And
Sounds
yeah,
good.
yes, yes, for sure. Okay, so then let's talk about that. So when you have Christmas in December, you're
Mm,
going to the beach and everything, but you still have the
mm.
tree and do you decorate with snow? Like, are you just kind of like, I guess you have your own style of Christmas? Because I haven't
Well,
followed you through Christmas, so I don't know.
no, it'll be we in Australia. The typical Christmas Day lunch consists of prawns, which not inexpensive, so they're regarded as a real treat at Christmas. Big platter of prawns, seafood, lobster would be a huge treat. So we're all about eating outdoors. I'll set a big table out here in my courtyard, and but we still also then do traditional, a pork, a little pork roast or big ham and things like that. But it's a different kind of vibe entirely. And, then I'm lucky because where I live now, having come from the farm in the country, I'm actually now here in an area called the Mornington Peninsula, which is very much like sort of a Provence, Tuscany type kind of area. There's, rolling green hills and beautiful coastal areas as well, lots of wineries, that kind of thing. But we have beautiful beaches down here. So I will be, we eat lunch, and then when everyone's full, you kind of roll down to the beach for a swim. But Christmas Day can be hot, 35
Wow.
degrees, which is right up there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's so interesting. I was wondering about that because we were talking about the different seasons. I'm like, well, wait a minute, how do they do Christmas? That makes sense. Yes. So
Yeah.
Nurse Riley says that sounds amazing. I think she's talking about your menu for Christmas. That's so
Well,
cute.
Yeah, well, actually, it's really good because I've got my kids, as you know, many people know, I've got Alex who turned 31 last week, which I just can't get over the baby, 31, and Olympia who's 26, and she's actually a really good cook, and it's interesting. When I got divorced, long time ago now, she was only 8, and cooking was her way of kind of coping as a little girl.
Oh,
She loved to get in the kitchen. She loved to bake. She makes excellent choux pastry, and so she's a really very proficient good cook. And she kind of really takes over Christmas Day. She does the ham and all the decorating and all the trimmings and Brussels sprouts
mhm.
with pancetta and things like that. So yeah, it'll be great. I'm looking forward to it, and I've literally just ordered my tablecloth and napkins for Christmas Day. So I will do
Ooh.
a YouTube video
Oh,
on
I
Christmas
can't
Day.
wait to see. Yes, yes.
What
Well,
about
like I
you,
said,
Diane? What will you do?
so first we have Thanksgiving coming up. That's our
Of
next
course,
holiday. Yes.
right.
So in fact, this weekend I'm probably going to set my table for Thanksgiving because last year I set my table earlier and I enjoyed having it set and like
Nice.
all pretty and stuff because normally we set the table the night before and then just eat the next day and take it all apart. So I really enjoyed that last. So I'm gonna do the same thing this year. Set the table early and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I tell
yeah.
you, I loved the video that you did on decorating for the new season, and you did the whole
For the
house and
fall,
the coffee
yes.
table, and I loved that. I thought it was just
Oh,
great. Yeah,
see, thank you. Well,
I
thank you for
know.
that. I appreciate that feedback because again, it was tied a little bit to gardening because I did cut my hydrangeas and bring them in to finish,
Mm,
finish the look. But yeah, I thought, you know what, I'll share this. Yeah, so
yeah,
fun,
no, it's
so
wonderful.
fun.
And
Okay, so
with oh, sorry.
Mama Bear wants to know: do people buy artificial trees or real ones? She's intrigued.
No, good question. A bit of both, actually, because, yeah, no, depending on how, I mean, traditionally, when the kids were little, we'd always do a real tree because I had the room. I don't really have the room here in this house, which, if you watched House Tour, I refer to as the little house because, it is only little. It's only a two-bedroom house.
Mhm.
And so I actually bought, and this is where for everybody who loves their thrifting, and I'll show this because I bought last year, but I didn't get a chance to show it for $15. A really fantastic faux tree that was just sitting outside the thrift store, just sort of sitting there looking sad and lonely. And I was
But
like,
needed a home.
oh, so
Yeah.
a little of both. I mean, I
Okay.
love both, and I think both can work. I don't have a problem with faux foliage or flowers or I think if they're nice quality, and this is where
Mhm.
you guys are so. I must admit, I'm going to come over. I have to come over because I want to go to Hobby Lobby.
Oh, yes, our Hobby Lobby. Oh my gosh,
Hobby,
Sarah, if you had a Hobby Lobby, yeah,
I
yes,
know, I know,
yes, Hobby Lobby can be
and
dangerous.
Hobby Lobby, Michaels,
Yeah.
Lowe's. You're so like
Oh, I love it. You're
riches for
so in
choice.
yeah, you're so in tune with everything happening here. I love that. I love that. Okay, so Vivian says we can get hot weather, 40 degrees Celsius
Yeah,
or above 104 Fahrenheit. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's true, Viv. So the
yeah.
the champagne's got to be really chilled. It's really chilled.
Really chilled. I love that. Okay,
Yeah.
Nurse Riley says, "I can't wait to watch your content, Diane." Oh, thank you. We all need to. Yes, please. If you're
Mm.
not following Sarah, please go check out her channel. It's called Country Style in Life. You will absolutely fall in love with her. Her personality and all of the content is just super super fun.
Thanks, Diane.
Nurse Riley, you're speaking my love language. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fun. Okay, so what do you have blooming in your okay, let me back up. One
Mm.
of your Instagram reels,
Yeah.
you showed the tulips and you kept the bulb on
Mm.
the tulips and you made
Mm.
this beautiful arrangement. and it just up leveled the whole look by keeping the bulb on there.
Mm,
I was
mm.
intrigued. I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. I'm going to duplicate that. It was so pretty. So, what do you have blooming now in your garden?
Well, I'll just address the tulips, and thank you for that. I'm glad you enjoyed them. When I had the farm, I was growing tulips. The farm was in an area called West Gippsland, which is an hour and a half out of Melbourne, and it's dairy country. So the soil was like chocolate, like literally imagine a mud cake for soil. You know, it was rich and beautiful. And so everything grew. You could plant anything, and the next thing I grew some. I had some lamb's ear in amongst some roses. Well, in a season they looked like the day of the Triffids. You know, they're huge. Everything was big. It was
Uh-huh.
because the soil was so beautiful. So the tulips that I was growing out there were like literally, this big. And the bulbs were, this big. So I found them really attractive, and I didn't want to. I thought, you know what? I think this is really rustic and organic and earthy looking, and I just started doing that. And I'm not saying I made that up to do that. I'm quite sure there are a million florists in the world who would or whatever. But what I found was that in actual fact, in keeping the tulip attached to the bulb in the vase of water, it actually made the tulip last. A week
Yeah.
as a minimum, 10 days. It was really just a good thing to do. So that's something I just do now because, as I said, I just like the look of it. Yeah. But it's also, it also keeps the vase live. So tulips in spring, I spend a lot of money on, you've got to buy them every year, of course. And so I love to have them all in pots and, have them close around me here as I'm, here in the house. I like to look out and see lots of pots of tulips. But right now in the garden, I actually just did a little thing, I think on Instagram this week, just about what is growing. And this is my favourite rose. Do you girls have this? It's called
Beautiful.
Violina, Violina.
I'm going to write that down.
Oh,
I,
look,
oh,
fragrant.
they're beautiful. They're
And really,
beautiful.
yeah, look, and just a really lovely big bloom and a
Mhm.
lovely fragrance, lovely long stem. So roses, um, clematis is coming, although you call it clematis.
Clematis. Yes.
Clematis.
Yeah. It's
You
so
say
funny.
potato, I say potato.
Exactly, exactly. I remember asking you when we were talking one time, I said, do I sound like I have an accent? Because I just love your accent. I love the Australian accent. I'm like, do I sound like I have an accent? And you were like, you sound
Yeah,
American.
Americans.
American. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cute.
Um, so,
Yeah.
and annuals wise, and lavender, I have a very, again, going back to coming from my fashion styling background, I have a very edited kind of approach to things. I don't grow lots and lots and lots of different things, but I like a lot, like I like quantity, but of a very tightly edited kind of collection. So literally in that front courtyard, it's, hydrangeas, the clematis, the roses, bulbs, alliums.
I saw you're preparing a spot for dahlias. You're
Oh,
showing
and
us your
yeah,
dahlia tubers.
I,
Yeah.
I was the dahlia queen out at the farm. I had 500, which is not much compared to some people, but for me it was enough.
Yeah.
And I literally have just gutted, and again, I'm actually filming for YouTube. So what will be an hour-long episode at the end of November where I'll take you on a full garden tour. So from out the front in my little front courtyard, and then over here in my rear courtyard where I've just, and my garden room, which is, my studio, my happy
We
place.
need to talk about your garden room. Yes. Yes.
But I just gutted a whole area just outside this space here in the back, so that I could have like a little mini market garden of dahlias. So I've got about 40 dahlias just in this little corner here, which I'm looking forward to having
That's
too.
gonna
Yeah,
be beautiful.
they're one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have not had luck with dahlias. I've
Really?
tried. I haven't.
Hmm.
I know that there are gardeners around my area that do, and maybe I'm just not putting them in the right sun situation or whatnot. But I personally have not had luck with dahlias. But your dahlias are, yeah, incredible, incredible, magazine worthy.
Thank
But
you,
yeah,
sweetie. Well, do you know, really, they're very, very simple, and they're as tough as old boots. So, and I don't think they require babysitting or, mothering or, I mean, you've got to
yeah.
do a few basic things. So I'm surprised by that. Do you know
Oh,
what? Although, like anything, it really depends on the quality of the product. So maybe think about where
mm,
you bought your tubers from, because that's
interesting,
happened to me before too. Yeah, yeah. I
interesting.
think even as gardeners, sometimes the big box stores that we go to,
Mm.
you know,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
that's interesting. That's a good point. Good point. I'm not going to give up. I won't give up.
no,
I won't give
don't.
up. Okay, so Garden Happy, she says she spies Charlie. Yes, Charlie is here. Charlie is my
Oh,
cat, and he's my garden buddy, um, and definitely loves to make an appearance.
love
Okay,
that.
and then Kelly from NorCal Garden Gal says, I've never came across your channel, Sarah. I definitely subscribe and get to know you, sweet
Oh,
lady. Love your beautiful dishes behind you. Can't wait to see your garden. Yes. Oh, and
thanks,
so
Kelly. That's nice.
Sarah,
I
just to let you
appreciate
know,
it.
Kelly has a YouTube channel too.
Mm,
So she shares
I
her
know.
garden. So yes, write it down. Write it down.
Love
Yeah.
that. So does that
Yeah.
stand for North Cal, Garden Gal, which we love?
NorCal.
We love a Garden Gal.
Yes.
Love
Yes,
it.
for sure. Yes. Then Liz says, I don't have luck with dahlias either, Diane. I've tried so many times and they grow
Oh,
horrible for me. It must be our weather. Yeah, I don't know if it's our weather or not, because I do have friends that have beautiful dahlias. So I don't know. We're doing something wrong. We'll figure it out. I'm not giving up. Not giving up. Okay, Nurse Riley says, my recent obsession has been tangerine skies climbing rose. They are stunning. Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing. Tangerine
oh, yummy.
skies climbing rose.
So a
Googling that.
beautiful
Write
orangey
that down.
rose. Wow.
That's cool. Sarah's home is a must see. Yes, I agree. There's so much like personality and love and all the style that you have.
Oh, thank you,
Very
sweetie.
nice.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So for me here in my garden, I don't know that do I have anything blooming. Oh, camellias are starting. Camellias are starting to open up.
Oh,
Um,
lovely, lovely.
I do have roses that are blooming right now. And of course, my fall garden. So I've got all my fall veggies set going and filling in. Um,
So what have you got then, Diane?
so in
What's
the
the
in the
big rose?
fall, in my fall veggies, I've got
Mm,
some kale, broccoli,
mm,
lots of different lettuces, sweet peas. Oh, I
mm.
tried sweet potatoes for the first time. I'm doing a little experiment, and I grew sweet potatoes in laundry baskets. So I need to get those harvested because they have to cure for a little bit. So maybe this weekend
Oh,
I'll see what happened. Yeah, it's just a
well,
little experiment. I don't know. I thought it would
I
be neat to have sweet potatoes for Thanksgiving.
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
love a good sweet potato, and they're so good for you, of course.
Yeah, yeah. Please ask Sarah if she's ever seen Eden Climbing Rose. Are you familiar with
Mm,
Eden Climbing Rose?
mm.
Hmm.
Uh,
It's a
Kelly,
beauty.
is it? Yeah,
That was Liz.
oh, Liz, sorry, Liz, I beg your
Hmm.
pardon.
Yeah.
Yes, sweetie, a favourite and a classic. And here in Australia, and in fact, I think also the UK, we call that rose Pierre de Ronsard.
Ooh,
And
say that again.
yes,
Say
so
that again.
Pierre, Pierre, Pierre de D-E, Ronsard, Ronsard. It's a gorgeous rose, and I know you call it Eden. And also, I had a lady in South Africa following me, and because I grew it out at the farm, and she was asking me about it, and they call it Eden in South Africa as well. So
Interesting.
beautiful, beautiful rose. And I actually have just planted one in this front courtyard. over in the last few weeks. So because we got all our bare rooted roses in July. So yes, I'm finally going to grow Eden Rose here, Liz. So yeah, looking forward to having them.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I
Yeah.
love Sarah's home. So confirmation, it's not just me.
Oh,
Nurse, I love the juxtaposition of autumn with Diane and spring with Sarah. Yes,
yeah,
it was just it is
that's a good
quite
screenshot.
interesting. Yeah, quite interesting. Okay, so I had so
Oh, Diane.
what?
Sorry, everyone. I've never done the YouTube live before, so I am just not experienced. There's a button up here I just noticed.
Okay, what
Embarrassing.
did it say?
Stream this to your audience. Do you think I should click it? How
I
embarrassing.
I think you should, but maybe like maybe after. I think it's at the end.
Oh, okay. Right. Sorry.
Oh, look at that.
Sorry.
See, we're always learning, right? We're always learning.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, so she says, Nurse Riley says, I love David Austin roses, but here in Tennessee, it
yeah. I
gets very
know
hot
how.
and they struggle a bit. They are
Mm.
gorgeous. Yes. I think it's all about the placement, right? I think morning
Yeah.
sun, afternoon shade, or a filtered sun. I think that
Mm.
I'm struggling with. I have a Venus dogwood that they give off those big beautiful blooms. I
Mm.
mean, they're just and it's struggling. And again, I think it's just the placement. It's just not the right place.
But
Yeah.
the thing with that is, I think a lot of people then are afraid to maybe move things around, whereas I'm really like, listen, not working, not a problem, cut my losses, dig it up, move it on. And that's actually, and then I can see I've had quite a few
Mhm.
instances whereby then something has revived in another spot. So I always encourage people in the garden, do not be afraid of making the
Right.
changes because, yeah,
Yes.
rather than
Yeah.
throwing something out and being disappointed, it's like
Yeah.
rework it. Come in for the rework.
Yes, you know what I've done before is I had something here in my garden that I wasn't really a fan of, and so I just put it on like a platform where you sell things, and I put it on there. I said free if you come and dig it out. It was a
Mm,
pretty big plant, and yeah, so this gentleman showed up and he brought his little tarp and he dug it up for me and took
mm,
it, and I was like, good riddance, like
yeah.
bye, and he was so happy to take it, and so I feel like it was it was a nice way to not just kill the plant, it just gave it life somewhere else. Yes, I think that life is too short to not enjoy everything that's in your garden. If there's
Oh,
something that doesn't bring you joy or you don't like
oh,
it, why keep it? Make room for something that you do love. Yeah.
100%. And in fact, on everything, you've got some shoes you don't like anymore. Give them on, anything that's not
Yes.
fitting you well. I don't want to sit here and look at something and think, oh, that's unattractive. It's like, no. Everything I have, I look at it and I think, oh, that's sort of bringing me pleasure and enjoyment. So thoroughly agree with that. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. So Mama Bear is asking, so spring is normally pastel colors. Christmas is red and white. What colors do you decorate in? So,
Well, I'm very much in this front courtyard, I'm all about the purple, the lilac, the mauve with little touches of white. Whereas out here, oh, and pink too. These are from my front courtyard. And out the back, it's a little kind of more Mediterranean. It's really interesting. The two spots have different microclimates as well. Very
mm,
hot out here, whereas that can be a little cooler. So, for example, then out here, more Mediterranean, really vibrant, hot pink, orange, lots and lots of orange. I'm always doing little things on Instagram, a pop
mhm.
of orange,
Yeah,
um, which, I know for you is very much, a fall color. I love it as a summer color. So,
yeah.
orange, hot pinks, yeah, and yellows and things out there.
Okay. And then
But
for Christmas, so for Christmas, you're decorating in these colors.
no, sorry, that's in the garden, flowers
Oh,
wise.
okay. Okay.
But for
Okay.
Christmas this year, very traditional, green and white and red with touches of gold. I love a little touch of gold everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so fun, so fun. So
Mm.
Sarah, when I decorate for Christmas, I've done the colors throughout the years and stuff, but last year I did just black and white with silver and
Super chic.
gold. Silver
Yeah.
and gold. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do this year yet. Maybe the same. I don't know. We'll just kind of, when you start decorating and just kind of like depends how the mood is going,
Yeah,
how the
yeah.
feeling is going.
But black
Um,
and white, no matter what, in your wardrobe, in the garden,
mhm.
interior decor is always perfect, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's coming from a fashion designer, so I'll take that. Yes, yes. When you do live shows, set it up where we can donate to your channels. We'd love to support your work and bring us joy.
Oh,
Oh, that's so
love
kind of you.
donation.
How sweet. And Patty B is here. Hello, Patty. So Patty is a gardener from Mississippi, and
Mm,
she has got a
Patty.
lovely accent as well. And she
Oh,
has a YouTube channel, Sarah. You'll have to check her out too. So
fabulous. Let
last
me hang on.
Thanksgiving, her mama comes on with her and they're cooking, and it is just a joy that she shares her family with us as well. So that's
I
Patty B
love
Garden,
that.
another fun channel. Garden Happy.
Oh,
Can the same be said for husbands? Ha ha ha! Oh gosh, so funny.
sweetie,
Uh,
I nearly actually said that, and I thought, oh, better zip it, Sarah. So,
be nice,
because,
be nice.
yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
house has lots of Norfolk pine and cypress with deep sage velvet ribbon. Oh
Mm,
yes,
beautiful.
velvet is really in right now.
Mm.
Velvet is
Yes,
going
no,
to be.
I've got some green. I've got some green velvet ribbon for my tree and
Mhm.
for my napkin rings. So yeah, love a
Oh,
touch of velvet at
yeah.
Christmas. It's perfect.
Oh, I can't wait to see. First, I
Mm,
can't wait to see your garden tour. I filmed a garden
mm,
tour last week of my fall garden. I haven't been doing lots of garden tours of my own, so I'm sticking to just each season. So I did a summer garden tour. I've got a
mm.
fall one that I'm editing right now, and then I'll do the Christmas one. The winter garden. But I can't wait to see your garden tour. Get to see all of your
Oh,
garden.
well, thank you, sweetie. Well, I'm really hoping that this stupid weather just, goes away and we get, because, it's the rain coming down and hitting the roses and they're getting a bit
Oh,
bruised. And so,
yeah.
please pray for just some lovely sunshine for me for the
Yes,
next fortnight so that things can just,
there,
be at their best. But
there we
I
go.
think I'm looking forward to doing it because, yeah, it's just nice to have a record of
Mhm,
everything, and
mhm.
because who knows what's coming when,
It's always
um,
evolving, right? Our gardens are always evolving. So yes, I agree. It's fun to
yeah,
look back and see how
yeah,
things have changed. And I did a
mm,
garden tour of my mom's garden, and I was watching it the other day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, so much has already changed. So many things
mm,
that have been trimmed differently or replaced. I'm like, I can't wait
yeah.
to do a new one of their garden as well. So Patty
I
B,
think
yes,
it's
Patty, always.
nice for
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Patty B gardening. Sorry, sweetie. I just want to make sure that I'm writing this.
Yeah, and you'll see it back on the replay too. And again, I want to also thank everybody that's here live today. Thank you so much
Mm,
for being here, and thank you for those of you that are watching on the replay. Love having you guys all here in support.
yeah, this is great. It's
Okay,
great.
so during the winter, I love forced paper white bulbs indoors and
Mm,
pretty pots or turns for a festive burst of
mm,
white beauty. Yes, white is always so.
mm.
What's the word, Sarah? You're so good with
Well,
words.
just chic. I mean, and I love that look where you're forcing, the bulb up, and so the bulb is kind of sitting up in the pot. So again, it's just you've got this natural earthiness of the bulb that we're seeing instead of it being buried. So I love to
Mhm.
see that. I think it's a
Yeah.
very, and then with the green foliage coming up with the white, mwah, very
Mhm.
nice.
And
Yeah.
Sarah, there are things that are actually blooming here um, that it should be blooming in the spring, like my snowball viburnum, it bloomed. My magnolia, it bloomed. It should not be blooming right now.
Mm,
And paper whites are blooming. I saw that my neighbor's got some paper whites. Hers are in full bloom. And again, these
mm.
should not be blooming now. So things are
No.
confused. not just the world that's confused. Our plants are confused too. Oh,
Yeah,
see, and Liz says, see, her paper whites are actually blooming now too. Yeah, who knows?
that's
Just let it
really
be. Let Mother Nature and them
well,
do.
take
But
it.
again,
Yeah, yeah.
I love the way that you display your tulips with the bulb, and I for sure am going to purposely plant some bulbs to be able to
Mm,
do that, bring them in like that.
mm.
Love that. Love that.
When you
Okay,
think
so
about
I
it
was
too, I mean,
yeah. Go ahead. What do you
sorry,
think about?
sweetie, I jumped in.
No, no, no. I think sometimes there's a
Oh,
time delay. I mean, if you think about it, you're on the other side of the world, so there might be a little time
yeah,
delay, but that's all right. We're good.
yeah.
We're good. Yeah. So nursery, I said I just
What
clipped
I love
bearded.
about the bowl,
Mm-hmm.
yes, it's just to see it. I think it's a thing of beauty. So
Yeah.
anytime you can actually include the bulb and see it, like
Mm-hmm.
enforcing, a hyacinth or the paper whites up, I think it's a really beautiful thing.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. I just clipped the bearded
Oh,
iris tonight. It's been warm. I thought it was Sarah's.
well, I actually have just received. I also planted some bearded iris. I had the most beautiful white rose garden out at the farm where I had also, beautiful. That's where the lamb's ear was,
Mm-hmm.
and I had white, beautiful bearded iris out there. So I actually really wanted to include it in this little courtyard garden. So I bought some beautiful purple bearded iris this spring, which has done really well. And I actually just found a grower here in Victoria on Facebook Marketplace. And I've just received in the mail yesterday about half a dozen beautiful varieties,
Ooh.
which is exciting because bearded iris as well, along with all the tulips and hyacinths and the paper whites and,
Yeah.
crocus. I mean, I love spring bulbs. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So I have a friend that gave me some iris bulbs, and so I've got them all planted in one section. I can't wait for spring to see
Mm.
what comes up. She says that when they come up, then she's going to come over and let me know what variety each one is, and then we'll label them. But for now, that's all a surprise. It's all a
So,
surprise.
can I ask a question for you girls on that side of the world? You don't get snow during winter, do you, Diane? But of course, around the country you do.
Yes.
How do
So
you manage the winter garden?
So snow for me is about 2 hours away.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of centrally located. two
Yeah.
hours or an hour and a half to the beach with traffic, 2 hours, right? And then
Mhm.
the same for snow. So for we have to chill our bulbs. Is that something that you need to do?
Oh,
Do you chill your
no.
bulbs before you plant? No. Okay. So I have bulbs right now sitting in my fridge. I have a garage
Mm.
refrigerator, and my bulbs are there. And then I will plant those end of December, early January, get those in. But it just doesn't get cold enough here to go through that. I can't think of the word right now, stratification process where they
Right.
have to
Yeah.
have those cold hours. But
Oh.
I have tulips that I planted, I think it was 2018. And those
Mm.
tulips have been coming up for me every year.
Well, that's in itself.
And again, I think it's where I got them from. I bought them from Color Blends, a very well-known bulb company. I think they're here in the US. I
Mm.
don't know where they're coming from, but yeah, those tulips have been coming up for me. So
Wow.
just yeah, greet them with and they're getting weaker each year, so they're not as
Yeah.
tall. They're
Mm.
not as tall
Yeah.
as pretty as the first year,
Mm.
but yeah. But I did get some more. I wasn't going to, but we talk about not doing it, and then it's like okay, I just
I
do a
go to
couple.
the nursery and I'm like, right, okay. I talk to myself and I'm like, that's it, Sarah. Now you need one thing and one thing. La 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 la. It's like it's like
Yes.
in the candy store. And it does make me laugh. There are some very funny, the memes and all the clever people who do funny things for
Uh-huh.
shorts and things on social media where there's now this thing where the husbands are going, to make my wife happy, all I had to do was, would you like some more plants today, darling? It's yeah,
Yes,
that's the thing.
speaking our love language.
Yes,
Yes, yes,
please.
yeah. So Riley says, here in Tennessee, we get about 1 to 2 snowfalls each winter, usually between January and March. Yeah.
Mm,
I think it snowed here once, but nothing
mm.
enough to build a snowman or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah. Now,
So,
you don't
Diane,
get any, do you get
oh
snow?
no, we
No.
do in Australia. We do. We actually have a very, very big skiing scene here. We
Ooh,
do in Victoria. We've got Mount Buller and in and Mount Hotham, and same in New South Wales. So New South Wales and Victoria, there's the mountain scheme, and and we actually have some really, great world-class skiers and Olympic champions and whatnot. So there's a very vibrant snow scene here in Australia, but I am not a skiing kind of a gal,
yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
got nothing to do with me. But what I wanted to ask you, Diane, was when I was just talking before about the bearded iris and having the white flower bed
Mhm.
at the farm, and I was thinking of who my garden inspiration, who inspired me
Uh-huh.
with what I do, and I'm a huge fan, of course, of Carolyn Rome. And
Ooh.
do you know? Yeah, you
No,
girls
I
would
don't
know
know who
Carolyn.
that is.
She's an American. She's very famous there and very real style icon. Sort of in
Okay.
the Martha, in the Martha League.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, I've
So
got lots
give
of
me
good
her name
books.
again. What is her name again?
Carolyn, Carolyn with an E, CarolYne, and
Hmm.
then Roehm, which is Roehm,
Okay. Okay.
and she's a very, she's got beautiful books, and
Inspiring.
I, yeah, very,
Okay.
and I
I'm
actually
gonna have to
met
check
her.
that out. Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah.
check her
So
out.
a lot of my styling and my garden, that's my influence. So
Mhm.
who have you been influenced by?
So for me, I started gardening and kind of watching YouTube, of course, like lots of people
Mm,
during the pandemic.
mm.
And I started following Laura from Garden Answer.
Oh,
And
yes,
so
she's gorgeous.
Laura from Garden Answer is like, she's my friend and she doesn't know it, but
Yeah.
he has a huge, huge garden. And but if you
Oh,
just take like little sections of them, like she inspires me. She inspires
yeah.
me. I love her style. I love all the boxwoods. I love how she, yeah,
Yeah.
styles everything. She's my inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a doll. And they've been going for about 10 years or something. Like they've
Oh
been
yeah,
on for a
she's like one of
long.
the originals.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
just still looks like she's only 22.
No, I
The
know. So
baby. Yeah.
fun. Yes. But yeah, I love the way that she teaches and shares. Yeah, very, very inspiring.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I
so we
agree.
started a tradition where we plant small evergreen trees in our large planters in front of our house,
I
leaving
love
them in
that.
pots, and then we gift them or plant them in the spring. Oh, that's really nice. That's a great
Nice.
tradition. Great
Yeah.
tradition.
Love
Okay,
that.
so let's do a really quick rapid fire. So just really quick, and please, you guys join in the chat and let me know your answer as well. Okay, if you could only have one gardening tool, what would it be?
Oh, spade.
Okay,
For digging.
spade. Hmm. So I guess we call it here.
Shovel?
Yeah, but there's my horty knife, like the hoary knife.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah.
Yes, love that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite flower.
Rose.
Okay, and you guys feel free to jump in here. Okay, Vivian says a hand spade. Okay, another fan. Ooh, a trowel. Yeah, gotta have a trowel.
Yeah.
And
Gotta have
I am in the market to buy a pretty trowel. I want to find a cute, pretty trowel.
a
Another rose fan. Tulips. Oh yes, tulips for sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, I think I would say hydrangeas. I just
Oh,
love
yes.
hydrangeas. I think,
Mm.
being Portuguese, hydrangea is one of our like traditional flowers. They just grow on the islands. Like
I
we,
didn't know that.
oh yes, the Azores Islands.
Oh.
On the sides of the roads,
Oh.
hydrangeas. Yes, they just grow there by themselves. It's just absolutely beautiful. So I have a love for them. Are they easy?
Mm,
No, they're little drama
mm.
queens, but I
They're
absolutely
worth
love
it.
them. Yes. Patty B says zinnias. Garden Happy says
Oh,
zinnias. My favorite is a Daphne. Ooh,
Oh,
Daphnes are beautiful.
nice. So
Yes,
fragrant. Yeah, lovely.
yes. Okay, next rapid fire. Mornings or evenings in the garden?
Oh,
What's your favorite?
mornings.
Morning. Morning
Mm.
with coffee?
First a cup of tea, and then when I start working, a coffee because I'm up early. I'm keeping farming hours. I'm up at 5, and
Oh,
the second there is a sliver of light in the eastern sky, boom,
oh,
out the door. Yeah. But
boom.
once I
Yes.
start working, I get on the coffee. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so far I think everybody's morning, morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like getting up in the morning and just going out and getting that fresh air and the coffee in the
Mm.
garden just hits right, right? Coffee followed by coffee and then more coffee. Yes, see, that's my girl. Yes, morning. Yeah. I do
Yeah.
love the evenings too. Like to sit out in the
Mm.
evening and just kind of just
Mm.
chill. Like even right now, it's beautiful out here. But
Yeah.
we do get busy and stuff. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Gloves or bare hands?
I'm ashamed to say it, bare hands, and that's why they're so ratty looking now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yes. Okay, sis. My Our Lady of Fatima statue.
Oh, we love that.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes. Mornings are so spiritual. Bare
Yes.
hands. Yes, bare hands. Definitely gloves. We got a gloves person here. Michelle. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, bare hands for Vivian. I love this. I love this. Okay, so I start off with gloves. I
Yeah.
always have good intentions, and somehow, some way, they're off. I don't
That's
even
it.
know how it happens. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, my hands are bare. Bare hands. I'm trying to do better about wearing gloves. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bare hands. Bare hands.
Mm.
Bare hands and a hose. There we go. Ah, okay. Favorite fragrance in the garden.
Oh, well, the rose.
Oh,
I
there you
mean,
go. Okay,
like,
hence your
mm,
favorite flower. Okay, favorite scent for me, jasmine.
oh, yes,
I
yes.
love the smell of jasmine.
Oh,
Jasmine in the garden. Oh, I can literally like spot it. We have a lot of
mm,
shopping centers that have jasmine in the parking lots, and I
mm.
immediately I can scent hyacinth.
Oh, and yes, my
Oh,
next. Oh, yeah.
honeysuckle, yes, another
Oh,
lovely
yeah.
sweet olive
Oh,
and gardenia. So I
yeah.
just planted a sweet olive. I'm so excited to want to see
Oh,
that thing grow.
nice.
Honeysuckle, wisteria. Oh, I don't think I've
Oh,
ever
yes.
smelled wisteria.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, orange
Oh,
blossom. That's another good one. Yes,
gorgeous.
daffodils. Oh,
Yes.
so fun, so fun. Okay, hand water or irrigation system?
Oh, no, small here's to hand watering. Yeah, yeah,
Your hand
which is
water.
part of the enjoyment for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah. So I have to go with irrigation
mm,
because of my work schedule.
yeah,
If my flowers were depending on me watering, I wouldn't have anything alive. I love to hand water, but I just don't have the time quite yet. Hand water,
yeah.
another hand
Mm,
water. Yes. It is
love
very
it.
enjoyable. Water tank and it's free.
Mm, mm.
What? Free water. Water is like gold now. Hand water and hand water. Yes, for
And
sure.
water,
Definitely more
yeah,
enjoyable.
love that.
Okay. All right. For your garden, seeds or starts?
Bit of both, actually. I'm actually got some zinnia seeds that I'm just about to get out. Just want it to be a little warmer, but I'll also, start with some little guys. I do a mixture of the two. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, Riley and
yeah,
seedlings. Yep. So, the reason why I brought this one up is because normally I love to start everything from seed, but this year for my fall garden, it just kind of creeped up. So, I bought starts and I
mm,
thought, oh,
yeah,
it's fun and it's okay, but there's something about bringing that seed and watching it sprout
yes,
that
true.
yes. Seedlings.
Seedlings, yeah.
Oh, there's a new friend that I learned from Patty's live. Those guys
Uh-huh.
both for
Okay,
Kelly and both. both for Patty
Yeah.
B. And then there's sorry, bare root roses are so satisfying to watch. Oh,
Mm,
there's another
mm.
thing too.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Um, last one. Your favorite month in your garden. Ooh, gotta
Well,
think about this.
I have to say too, now, in fact, the week that we've just had is the week when the roses have really popped. And some people might know or not, but we had the very famous horse race, the Melbourne Cup, which is like
Mm,
your Kentucky Derby. Yeah. So
okay.
all the roses in Victoria suddenly just really, come alive. So I love this week just gone is my favorite week. And then in March when the dahlias are up and
Oh,
it's hot in March, it's really hot summer. Yeah, they're
yeah.
my two moments of
Yes, yes. So I would say May for me is my favorite because I think the
mm,
garden is waking up, all the bulbs are in bloom.
yeah.
Um, but I don't know, I'm really enjoying these fall colors right now, all the beautiful colors
Mm,
of the leaves and everything. So, but if I had to pick just one, I would say May. Okay,
right,
you're starting
yes,
May. Patty B May. Liz says
yeah.
June.
Summer
November. Okay, but is Deborah in Australia, if I remember correctly? So when
did,
she
yeah,
says
I
no,
think so.
I think so. So when she says November, she's talking spring, huh? Springtime when things are fresh and new.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
precious.
Can't beat that, huh? When the roses and lilies are blooming May and June.
In June,
Yeah.
yeah, lovely.
So pretty. But isn't that wonderful though that every season does and every month has its
Mm,
special things that are in bloom that come up that
mm.
it's truly just a blessing in our gardens, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
indeed, there's not. I mean, literally, there's not a month when there isn't something to enjoy. And even in winter, I actually don't do anything for winter. I like just to have the time off in the garden and just,
Okay.
just
Mhm.
just have a bit of a break. So when one of the gals just mentioned Daphne, then I always think to myself, "Gee, I really must." Get some Daphne
Uh,
because traditionally that's a winter bloom, isn't it? Of course.
mhm,
So
mhm.
yeah, we're never lost for something to love and enjoy in the garden for sure. Yeah.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Well, Sarah, I want to thank you and thank everybody here that's joined us for this live. Again, please, if you're not following Sarah, go check out her channel and look forward to your garden tour. And
Yes.
yes. So thank you so much, Sarah, for suggesting this live, and we made it happen. We did it.
Well,
It's such
Diane, I think you're just one of the sweetest, kindest, most lovely ladies. And what I really appreciate is just that, yeah, straight away we were able to disconnect and, be chums together. And this has been really fabulous. So I want to thank you, my
a
darling.
oh,
Mwah.
thank
And
you. Mwah, to
and to
you.
all your beautiful ladies, I got my list, gal. So
I've
I'm going to
got
be
some myself too. Yes, yes. And so now, as our season, is slowing down, we're going to start getting some cold and not spending so much time in our gardens. We're going to live through you and your spring, beautiful, beautiful spring in Australia. Yeah.
please come over anytime. Yeah, be great
Yes.
to see
Yes.
you all.
Oh, just getting so many cute little comments here. We loved every moment.
Oh,
Good night and blessings to you both,
thank
Beth.
you, girl.
Oh, oh, it's Beth. I was calling her Riley. Her name is Beth.
No,
Thank you, Beth.
yeah. Can I just say just before we go, Diane?
Of course.
I've actually got a really gorgeous following in Australia because I've been around, as I said, a really long time. So I
Mhm.
love my Australian gals, and they know me very well. They've been through my divorce. I'm a
Uh-huh.
four-time cancer survivor. They know my story very well.
Yeah.
But in coming on YouTube and then having an international audience, it's you American girls like Beth in Tennessee, and there's lots like
Mhm.
yourself, obviously, Diane, and lots of other women who've been really just so kind and supportive and loving and open. and have given me enormous encouragement in when I found it really difficult. I just want to thank you. I think you girls are fabulous. So I
Oh,
appreciate you very much.
Sarah, I appreciate you saying that so much because I think that, we didn't talk about that, but you have had some health challenges. And we talked about, off this YouTube,
Yeah,
how the garden has healed through the garden. We have healed for different reasons.
yeah.
And yes, so much joy and healing that has come through our gardens. So,
Which I think is very common for many, many people, men and women, obviously, and that's why it is such a gift to have a garden. So, but I just wanted to make a note that I think you American girls are the bomb, okay?
oh, all of us girls, all of us around the world, around the world. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you
true.
so much. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. Have a fabulous weekend. Well, I guess
Mm.
you're already into your weekend, Sarah, huh?
Yeah,
It's Saturday.
Saturday afternoon at 6 minutes past 3. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She's ahead. She's way ahead of us. Well, it's Friday night here, and I wish everybody a nice, peaceful rest of your night and have a great weekend. Thank you all. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Diane.
All
Thanks,
right.
ladies.
Bye. Bye. Bye.